My name is Petropoulos. I'm the Senior Product Director for Clarity here at Carnegie. Today I wanted to take a few minutes to give you a look at the dashboarding feature that makes up our new Clarity powered by Slate product. Looker Studio is what we use to visualize all the data that we export out of Slate for this service. The funnel KPI page, the first one loaded up here, is your go-to spot to be able to understand how your KPIs are shaking out within a current fiscal year, a specific entry term, by a certain student type, or even for a selection of programs at the undergraduate and graduate level. By default, you can see how many inquiries have been generated within that time, how many applications were submitted, or how many deposits came through. You can also see how that trends entry term over entry term, broken down by student type, and also an option to expand this by program as well. The goal with this page is to give you quick, immediate access to KPIs and metrics that matter most, as well as quick options to quickly see how Carnegie, your digital ad vendor, might be impacting enrollments across the board. Further down on the page, we can see breakdowns of those KPIs, specifically by origin source, to see which sources are generating inquiries or which sources are leading to applications being created or submitted, as well as when those actions are taking place throughout the year. Marketers might find more value, though, within the funnel attribution page, which presents the same data with even more filters, and it is the best spot to be able to understand which tactics, channels, and campaigns can directly be attributed to students based off of where they currently are within your funnel view. On this page, we can understand where students currently are in the funnel. How many current leads do we have? How many pending applications? How many admission decisions? All within a selected period of time. One filter enabled on this page is this one, UTM medium, set for PPC. What this is showing us are all of the students who have clicked on a pay-per-click ad at some point in time. You can see when it was that their lead was created, when it was that their admission application was submitted, as well as being able to drill down to understand which campaign specifically those students interacted with, whether it was an undergraduate campaign, one for a specific metro, or any other naming convention that you may have set up. Resetting the filters quickly lets us see the same metrics across the board regardless of which campaigns these students interacted with. Just like before, you can filter based off of student type, major program, select and search for specific campaigns by entry term, or any other filters. Not everything, though, needs to be marketing attribution. Behavioral data is also a powerful tool to understand how it is that applicants are progressing throughout the funnel, as well as what sort of content leads to applicants, enrollments, and beyond. This page makes large use of a lot of the ping data that is collected, transformed, and exported out into this dashboard. From here, we can take a look at all applications that were submitted within a period of time, by default, looking at a typical fiscal year. We can see how many applicants came through, what percentage of them were stealth versus not, based off of student type, when those students were starting their applications, as well as broken down by application program. Timing is one big question within higher ed. Everyone wants to know how long it takes to convert. This table is a great way to see just that. By student type, by major, we can see the total number of days from milestone to milestone throughout the enrollment funnel. Content, though, is equally important. One of the big parts of the Clarity Powered by Slate service is transforming your ping data into something that can be a more useful tool in the aggregate by categorizing page views into common categories so that you can understand what sort of content matters most to students. Here we can see the average number of page views viewed in each category based off of student type, first year versus transfer, seeing differences in how much admissions or cost and aid content is consumed by those groups. We can also break this down to understand how students behave based off of their major or academic area of interest. This can be especially helpful when generating copy for those different priority programs, understanding how to revise your marketing flows or communication plans to reach out to those students and beyond. For those with darts, there's also visualizations for that. Being able to understand based off of your current funnel what percentage of the audience is darted and the breakdown from there. Just like before, we can see how many leads, application starts, and submits came through those different darts, again with an option to break this down by application program. On the behavioral side too, you're able to unlock even further insights about these students, understanding when it was that they started their application, how long it takes them to convert to the next stage of the funnel, as well as a breakdown of the same content scores to understand what matters most to each started student.